Dianne Feinstein has announced that she is not going to be seeking to remain the sort of ranking senior Democrat on the Judiciary Committee. As she put out a statement saying, after serving as a lead Democrat for 4 years, I will not seek the chairmanship or ranking member position in the next Congress, obviously depending on how those Georgia Senate runoffs go. I look forward to continuing to serve as a senior Democrat on the Judiciary, Intelligence, Appropriations, and Rules committees as we work with the Biden administration. And she says, why is she doing this? Well, apparently she's got a lot that she has to focus on. She's saying California is a huge state confronting two existential threats, wildfire and drought, that are only getting worse with climate change. In the next Congress, I plan to increase my attention on those two crucial issues. Oh, what do you know? Dianne Feinstein suddenly cares about climate change, sort of shallowly, in a comment or two. And we're gonna have responses to that. But at the very least, Anna, she is not going to be, if the Democrats take over, she is not the Senate, she is not going to seek to become the chairman or chairwoman of the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah, that's not good enough. I think Senator Feinstein should step down. I don't think she has any business being in government. I think that she has been an absolute disappointment, to say the least, on every issue, including climate change, by the way. When she was approached by young climate organizers who demanded acceptance of the Green New Deal, because really that's the only type of blueprint for doing what's necessary to mitigate the impact of climate change. The way that she responded to those young organizers was, I've been doing this for a while. I know better than you. Okay, I know better than you. So how about you turn around, get out of my office? Like she wasn't having it. So to use this ridiculous excuse of, we got to focus on climate change. Like that's no, it's because you were a disappointment. And she was so awful in the Amy Coney Barrett confirmation hearings.
Yep.
That even corporate Democrats were furious with her. Chuck Schumer apparently had to take her aside and have a stern talking with her, because she not only gave Lindsey Graham a giant bear hug once the confirmation was over, she also uttered the words, "This is the best confirmation hearing I've ever been part of." Amy Coney Barrett just like breezed right through. It was the easiest confirmation.
Maybe that's what she means.
And that was after so many people poured money into the DNC, hoping that there would be some effort to fight that confirmation, but there wasn't. There wasn't even a minor effort, no effort at all.
Yeah, it's like the injury is they get a supermajority on the Supreme Court. Amy Coney Barrett really doesn't have to answer for her record, which barely exists anyway. We're all just told that she's the greatest legal mind of her generation. We don't have to have any evidence of that. We have no idea what she's actually gonna do on the court. And so she gets in. The insult then is Feinstein just said, "You guys are the best." And you know what? I know the election is just in like 3 weeks, but I wanna make sure that people know that all of this is acceptable. This is the best. You guys are great. There's nothing horrible or incredibly hypocritical about this. I couldn't believe that, to say that it was the best hearings ever. And yeah, obviously she can't be in charge of that. I don't know what she's gonna spend her time doing. She says now she's gonna focus on climate change. With what? You gonna be pushing for the Green New Deal? What? You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna like push for some sort of light, like carbon cap, like in trade program. Like, what is she actually gonna do? Does her staff even know what she means when she says that she's gonna focus on climate change?
Yeah, she's not an ally in any way, like to the left. She's not gonna do anything about climate change. She has used her position of power to push for all sorts of goodies that would benefit her real estate investor husband. It's just, I've got no love for Dianne Feinstein, none at all. She's so disconnected and detached from her own constituents in the state of California. She doesn't care about climate change. She doesn't care about how California as a state is completely falling apart because of economic inequality. So I'm not gonna miss her. I just wish that she would fully step down from the Senate. But stepping down as the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee is an okay start. I just like to see more. Completely withdraw. Dianne Feinstein, resist being in any type of chamber, in any type of governing. No one wants you. Republicans certainly don't want you. The left doesn't want you. Be gone.
#resist. Sunrise Movement, by the way, is also calling for her to resign. Like, imagine she would never, she will never, she won't. But if she did, and then Newsom would never, won't. But if we could get like Katie Porter and Ro Khanna, or like Porter and Barbara Lee or something, like imagine how much improved the Senate would be by that 1-2 punch. It's not gonna happen for a number of reasons, and she's just effectively, like, let's keep it real. I'm sure there's some people watching this that are fans of her. She was primaried the last time around. What has she done since then?
Nothing.
And between now when she finally steps down, because I'm assuming this is her last term, what is she gonna do? She's one of the most senior Democrats. That's a position of respect and authority. What is she going to use it for? I don't think she even has an answer for that. She is effectively just blocking that seat from being held by someone more representative of their constituents in California and the Democratic Party across the country. It is just a big boulder sitting there stopping more from being done. That's it.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.